Welcome, Aces musicians. It's great to see you, and we're going to get started with our music lesson right away, bringing back something that we did in the fall. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different with it today, kind of a new challenge with it. So let's get it back in our brains. Ready? Say it with me if you can. If not, you can just listen. One, two, ready, go. Chip, chop, chippity chop. Cut off the bottom and cut off the top. What you have left, put in the pot. Chip, chop, chippity chop. Trying to keep that steady beat along with it is going to help in this challenge. So today our challenge is to say it in canon. And in music, a canon means that the same music is being performed, but it starts at different times. So we're going to practice that idea with just this rhyme before we get into starting to play music or singing songs in canon. We're going to just try this rhyme in canon, okay? So how this is going to work is that I'm going to say ready, go, and then it's going to be my turn. I'm going to be like group one. Group one starts, and they just say the rhyme just like normal. You are going to be group two, and group two is going to say the rhyme just like normal, but you are going to wait 4 beats after I start before you start. So when I do that, it's going to sound like ready, go, chip, chop, chippity chop. And then when I get to this part is when you're going to start at chip chop. So you're going to be 1 line behind me if we're looking at these words here. You're going to be 4 beats behind me if we're keeping the steady beat. And what that also means is that when I finish, you are going to finish after me. I'm going to say chip, chop, chippity chop, and then you're going to say chip, chop, chippity chop. So if it works out, you are going to finish 4 beats after me. Again, we're saying the same rhyme from the top to the bottom, but we're starting 4 beats different. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I'm group 1, you're group 2. You can wait 4 beats or start right when I start the second line. Ready, go. Chip, chop, chippity chop. Cut off the bottom and cut off the top. What you have left, put in the pot. Chip, chop, chippity chop. How did it go? Was it a little weird to be trying to do something and then also have me saying something at a different time? Was it a lot for your brain, or did it go just easy? Well, we're going to try it one more time today, and then we'll try it other weeks as well. And yeah, same thing, but we'll try it again. My turn first. Keep that steady beat. And after 4, so on the 5th beat is when you're going to start. Ready? Chip, chop, chippity chop. Cut off the bottom and cut off the top. What you have left, put in the pot. Chip, chop, chippity chop. Did you end right there? Did you say chip, chop, chippity chop after I did? That's how we know it worked out. And if it didn't, oh well, mistakes are okay. But we're going to keep practicing so that we can get better and better at it. All right, remember that's called in canon or a canon in music. Same music, but done at different times. We're going to play a little rhythm detective here, and that means I'm going to clap some rhythms, and your job is to clap them back to me and add on some rhythm language. We've been talking about simple meter rhythms and compound meter rhythms. We're going to focus on just compound meter rhythms today. That means do and do-da-dee. Everyone say do. Everyone say do-da-dee. All right, so I'm going to try about 3 patterns, one at a time, and I'll repeat them 2 or 3 times each. But your job is to clap it back to me and try to put that rhythm language on. Here we go. Here's the first pattern. Here it is again. Try to add that rhythm language on. That was do-da-dee-do, do-da-dee-do. All right, pattern number 2. Here we go. Hopefully you're clapping it back to me each time and trying to say it in your head. That's what's going to get it stuck in your head so that you can repeat it or think about it and try to add on that rhythm, okay? Here it is again. Excellent. See if you got it right. It was do, do, do-da-dee-do. Excellent. Last pattern is, we'll see if I can trick you on this one, all right? Last time. That was do, do-da-dee, do-da-dee-do. How did you do? Were you able to add on that rhythm language as you listened? All right, we call that decoding in music. We are going to think about the music staff again. Some of you may have already seen this, but it's a good reminder about how the music staff works. And then we're going to read some short patterns off of the music staff before we're done. Remember that the music staff has 5 lines and 4 spaces, but it also has a space above the staff and below the staff, so it could be up to 6 spaces. Remember that notes can go on the line. Look at what that looks like. The note head, the circle part of the note, has the line going right through the middle if it's on a line. Or notes can go in the spaces, which means they're in between the lines. Okay, and it alternates line, space, line, space, line, space, all the way up. Okay, there's those music notes with above and below the staff. Those are in spaces. And then if we see all the music notes, we can see how many spaces there really are. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now this is just on the music staff. It actually goes below this and it goes above this. We're not worrying about that yet, but each of these different spaces or lines is a different pitch. So where those note heads are tell us what pitch should come next in the music. We read music left to right, just like a book, okay? Just like sentences or words. But we read all the lines and spaces at once. So whatever that line crosses is what music note we would be playing next. The note heads tell us what pitch depending on what line or space it is. So we know that this is a step up. This note is a step up from this one. And this is a skip up because it goes from a space to a space. We skip over this line. But the stems, the beams, and the note heads, the filled or unfilled note heads, tell us the rhythms or how long or short they're going to be. So now that we added the stems and the beams, I know that these are 2/8 notes and they go at a jogging or a do-day speed. I know that this one is not connected to anything, so it's a quarter note. It's a walk speed. All right. Now, sometimes the note heads are not filled in, which means it's going to be a longer sound. So this with a stem means that it takes up 2 beats. Okay, so just by looking at that, it communicates information to us, to musicians. And that's what we're practicing on seeing and recognizing. The music staff can be used with any instrument or voice. Sometimes there's some little differences or a different clef, but it works the same way with pitches and rhythms. Now, solfege on the music staff, we can use our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We can put those pitches on these spaces and lines as well. So for today, do is going to be right here in the first space. So any music note that has the note head in the first space is going to be a do. Okay, so this would be a do pitch because it's across from that. Do is not always in the first space, but for today it is. We know that re is a step above do, and so it would go on the line. Okay, because this line is going through the middle of this note, we can look over here and say, oh, that's going through the middle of the re, which means it's a re. And same with mi. All right, that is in a space, it's across from the mi. These M, R, and Ds are not always going to be there, but we're going to have them there today while we practice. Okay, do, re, and mi. So solfege on the music staff. So here's a few patterns. I think I have 3, and I'm going to sing them. I want you to look at the notes as we go. I want you to look at these notes as we go and listen, and then it'll be your job to sing it back to me. Ready? Looking, this is across from do, and it's connected with a beam and the stems. The stems are connected, so that means it's 3/8 notes. It's a do-da-dee speed. Here's a dotted quarter note, so that means it's a do speed in compound meter. I can tell it's in compound meter because of what I see. Ready? Do, 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 re, mi, 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 re. Your turn. Ready, go. Nice job. Let's look at our next pattern. This one starts on mi because the note heads are in this space across from the M. We know it's going to go step down to re's here and down to do's here. My turn. Mi, 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 re, 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 do, 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 do. Your turn. Ready, go. And this one, take a look at that one. Can you think about what that would be in your head? And it's more than just knowing what pitch. It's more than just saying do, re, or mi. It's also making that sound with your voice or whatever instrument we're playing. So if it was that xylophone, that online xylophone, we would know which pitches to play or which keys to press. If we were in the music room, we would know which bars to play on a xylophone or which keys to play on a piano, or like we're doing right now, which pitch to sing with our voice. Also, the higher the note head is on the music staff, the higher the pitch. So we know, just by looking at this, that each of these is going to step up from the one before it. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, do. You try it. Ready, go. Cool. So today's Seesaw response is to sing a couple patterns back to Mr. C, and I'm going to quickly demonstrate what that's going to look like. So if I go over to my Seesaw and I see, okay, I'm going to watch this video. That's what you're already doing. Then I'm going to click add response. Here's some directions. Ooh, I got to click this. Got to look for this symbol. That means caption. I'm going to look for that caption symbol when I get in there. If you click add response and you get in here and you're not sure what to do next, you can always click on view instructions. Okay, or there are some instructions right here as well. So down here in this corner is where that caption button is. Now, I'm going to click the microphone button first. It's going to count down. Then it says click the caption button and click play.
Click the microphone if you haven't already.
I already did.
Okay. I'm going to sing 2 patterns. Your job is to sing it back after I'm done, and use your best singing voice and try to match the pitch. Here's the first pattern. Do, 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 re, mi, re.
Do, 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 re, mi, re.
And the second pattern goes like this. Mi, re, do, 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 do.
Mi, re, do, 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 do.
Excellent. Click the done button and then click the green check mark to submit.
So I go up here to click done, and then I can click the green check mark to submit. So class, you're gonna hear my voice. I'm gonna sing a pattern and you sing it right back to me, trying to use your singing voice and match the pitch of the pattern. And then that's it for this week. All right. Thanks everyone. And I hope you have a great week. Stay warm with the cold weather, and I will see you again next time. Bye, Aces.